Good evening, my friends. Today, I'm gonna go through. This is probably one of the most difficult passages in the Bible to understand. And you know what? I'm in I'm in Second Samuel or First Samuel now, but I want to go back through some of the things I've been reading and just wanted to share. Um, as I was going through Judges and stuff, some of the things. But the story of Jephthah and the foolish vow that he makes and his daughter getting caught in the consequence of that. I just want to share all that for a minute because I don't know, it's just something that I just want to share about real quick. So Judges 11, then the Spirit of the Lord came upon Jephthah, and he passed over Gilead and Manasseh, and passed over Mizpah of Gilead, and from Mizpah of Gilead he passed over unto the children of Ammon. And Jephthah vowed a vow unto the Lord, and said, If you shall without fail deliver the children of Ammon into my hands, then it shall be that whatever comes forth out of the doors of my house to meet me, when I return in peace from the children of Ammon, shall surely be the Lord's, and I will offer it up for a burnt offering. Man, I'm sorry. He says, If you'll do this, then whatever comes out of my house when I get home, I will offer it up as a burnt offering to the Lord. Like, what else was going to come out of his house to meet him? You know what I mean? Like, what else could? I mean, I don't know what kind of door they had. I mean, I'm assuming that it was some sort of door that was probably able to lock. But what else was gonna meet him? You know what I mean? The only thing that was gonna meet him was his daughter. Why would he even pretend to be upset when he goes down here and he says, and it says, and it came to pass when he saw her that he rent his clothes and said, Alas, my daughter, you have brought me very low, and you are one that troubles me, for I have opened my mouth unto the Lord, and I cannot go back. But what else did he think was going to meet him out of the house? Some part of me is starting to wonder. I'm not the type of guy that will say that she wasn't offered up as a burnt offering, because to me it's pretty plain that she probably was. There's people who say that well, she wasn't. She just had to stay a virgin the rest of her life, and she had to live at the temple, which there was no temple at that time, and it was just Shiloh. It was the tabernacle was set up, but he plainly says, I will offer it up as a burnt offering. So when we when I look at things like that, I don't have to make excuses for God, and I'm just trying to figure out what is going on here, because the one thing that's been sticking out to me is it says, Then the Spirit of the Lord came upon Jephthah, and then he vowed this vow. So it's like he's being influenced by the Spirit, and I'm going to show something with Samson to kind of show, but it makes me wonder, and just bear with me. Maybe I'm crazy, but I'm just going to tell you my train of thought. The Lord's upset with Israel, and He's been delivering them, and they keep turning away. And I almost feel like, and maybe I'm completely wrong for thinking this way, but I think that, the Spirit of the Lord coming over Jephthah and then him vowing this vow, which was like, I mean, a no brainer that somebody he cared about was going to be the person that had to fulfill this. Um, Whoever lived with him. And, um, and I wonder, like, if the Lord just, to, it was like a judgment, or kind of like a Christological figure was his daughter as a sacrifice for the victory of Israel. Um, and I don't know if that's messed up to think that way, or what, but I'm just in my mind, trying to wrestle through, because I trust the Lord. I know the Lord is good, and but I almost feel like this was like by design to teach us something, in to like make an atonement for Israel, but not like God delights in those things. Uh, he doesn't. He says, "I don't delight in the blood of bulls and goats," and it's not like he wants people to sacrifice their children unto them. He actually had them destroy all the nations before them that were sacrificing their children. So, so to be honest with you, I think that I don't have an answer at all for this situation, and I think that's okay. You know what I mean? Sometimes we just have to trust the Lord, and like we read this, and there is some insight, and I hope you guys can share that with me. Um, but at the end of the day, if there isn't anything to learn from the situation except for um, don't make any foolish vow, then I don't have to learn anything else than that. You know what I mean? I don't have to understand why God allowed this to happen. It doesn't change anything about Him. He's good. And Jephthah's daughter seemed like a virtuous woman, and if she was offered up as a burnt sacrifice, she went to heaven. So it's all good. So sorry that I had to go on that tangent, and you bared with me, and I appreciate it. And hopefully, we don't have any other things like this to talk about. God bless. Amen.